Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Summerslam Night 2 here in Cleveland, Ohio. And to kick things off, it's a battle for the World Tag Team Championships. The New Day are the former champions. In that clash at the castle, they lost the titles to Dexter Loomis and Joe Gacy of the Wyatt Sicks, but now they get their rematch. They was eyeing down the champions for a long time, and now they finally get their chance to show how good of a tag team they truly are in order to get the championships back. But the last time they faced heavy competition with the Wyatt Sicks. So let's see if they can find a different way to beat them and regain the titles. And here comes the champions. Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy. But they're not alone. They gotta deal with the whole Wyatt Sicks here. And the Wyatt Sicks aren't finished with the action just yet. Because tonight, before we head to the main event, Nikki Cross will defend her Women's World Championship against Charlotte Flair. As you see, the Wyatt Sicks are here. Dexter Loomis and Joe Gacy, the World Tag Team Champions, accompanied by Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, the Women's World Champion, and Uncle Howdy. And they are here at SummerSlam. You know, it was SummerSlam where the Fiend had his first match. And now, here on SummerSlam, the Wyatt Sicks looks to take over. I wonder when we'll see Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan get into some action. Right now, World Tag Team Championship match about to start. And the Fireflies are out, folks. Let's get crazy. As I said before, World Tag Team Championships on the line. Joe and Dexter take it on the New Day. And this crowd has been hyped up for last night and night. We have the Queen of the Ring, Liv Morgan, becoming the WWE Women's Champion. And then we also had a new Intercontinental Champion in AJ Styles. A new United States Champion in Ilya Dragunov. So many new champions made last night. But how many more will be made tonight? How many will defend their titles? Will the Wyatt Sicks be able to hold on to their titles? Because it seems all of SummerSlam, every champion has been losing their titles. Alright, first championship match to kick things off for night 2. And this is a two-parter, folks. Okay, Xavier Woods started things off strong against Joe Gacy. The tag has been made. And looking for some tag team offense here. New Day, the second longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history. Multi-time tag team champions across their reign. And sure, they may have had some difference of opinions, but it seems like the New Day are fighting at a stronger standpoint, especially since they decided to get rid of Big E. Big E, who's been like a friend to them. That's why the Wyatt Sicks targeted the New Day to begin with. See, the New Day was like a family, much like Uncle Howdy had a family. But the New Day, they were selfish, greedy, blamed all of their problems on Big E. And that's why Uncle Howdy decided they wasn't worthy of being tag team champions. And that's why they took the titles off of them. But the New Day, they cashed in their rematch clause. Now, Dexter Lumis keeps targeting Xavier Woods every time Xavier decides to come towards him. But Joe Gacy and Xavier Woods are the legal competitors. And it might get a tag out here, and yes it does. Kofi now legal. Looking for that double close kick. Just firing on all paces here against the Wyatt Sicks. Into the cover, one, and a kick out by Gacy. And now trying to make the tag to Dexter, but Kofi Kingston using his tag team history to try to stop that. But he gets caught with a DDT from Joe Gacy. Now Irish Whip into the corner. Tag. Irish Whip. The double shoulder tackle connects. Oh, so he gets popped up and gets caught with a super kick to the face. And now Dexter Lumis, finally the legal competitor, give Joe Gacy some time to find his breath. And oh, look at this. Xavier was trying to take a cheap shot, but not helping Kofi at this point. Oh, kick to the slamming his spine into the midsection. Now look at this. Oh, Dexter. Multiple punches right to the ear. Now what's this? Kofi trying to make the hot tag, and he manages to do it. Tries to go for a drop kick, but Woods was able to avoid it. Now he's taking his turn in this matchup. Lifts him up and gets dropped down with the reverse DDT. Now Irish Whip trying to get Kofi Kingston out the way as he focuses on Woods. Lifts into the power bomb. Oh no, this is not going to be good for Woods. Bounced off the top rope. We've had 2 tag team championships change hands for SummerSlam weekend. That was the WWE Tag Team Championships, going from the Tongans to the Usos. And then we also had that team up of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. And look at this, the honor roll by Xavier Woods as he goes for the cover off of it. 1, 2. Oh, luckily Dexter Lumis was able to kick out of it. Now, as I was saying, the team up between Chelsea Green and Piper Niven teaming up with the Unholy Union, and they traded the tag team championships. So who knows what we'll see from that But right now, Xavier Woods, oh, knee right to the back of the skull. And now Woods goes flying frog splash, but nobody was home. That was a numerical. Oh, what a punch that was. And I cannot speak tonight. For some reason, I cannot speak tonight. Dexter goes flying with the Swanton Bomb, but Xavier Woods was able to move out the way at the last second. And now the New Day looking to put this match away with the up, up, down, down. And this could be enough to pin Dexter. 1, 2, almost close. So close to new tag team champions. But Dexter Lumis stays in the match as Kofi goes flying but catches nothing. But he's still on the attack. Leapfrogs over, goes under. Tries to go for something there. But Dexter Lumis puts a stop to it. Now he's taking him. Lifts him up. Oh, going for the ride here. Bounce off the top rope into a vertical suplex. And he's still not finished. Tossing him up and slamming him down with the spine buster. And now Joe Gacy is here. And Joe Gacy, he's feeling fired up. And now what's this? Oh my Jesus. Stepping on the hands of Kofi Kingston. Joe Gacy, very used to playing a little dirty. But right now, gets dropped down with the SOS. Into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, but he manages to kick out in time. The New Day are fighting to get their championships back. And they're doing a pretty good job of it so far. Not a lot of offense from Dexter and Joe, but now Dexter gets tagged into the match. Manages to avoid that attack from Kofi. While Joe Gacy, he's just exhausted from everything that's happened to him in this matchup. And now on the outside are Dexter and Kofi. And they're on the, and Dexter is on the wrong side here. He definitely doesn't want to be on the New Day side of the outside area. Who knows if Xavier Woods gonna try to make a name for himself here. But right now we got ourselves a count of 5. Champion's advantage for the Wyatt Sicks, which means Kofi needs to get this action back inside. And he manages to do it, but Dexter Lumis brought him in first. And a big chop kick off the springboard connects to the face of Dexter Lumis. Dexter might be out there as Woods is the legal competitor. And now Woods, Irish whip into the corner. Looking for a tag team maneuver. Look at this. Building momentum. Ooh, double team move. And now Kofi looking to put this match away with the trouble in paradise. And there's blood on the face of Dexter. 1. So luckily Joe Gacy was there to break it up. And now Woods now tagged back inside the ring. Look for a springboard. Oh, double springboards. But Dexter Lumis gets caught. Joe Gacy has to just watch. But look at this. A counter by Dexter Lumis into the cover. Oh, pulls out the way into his own cover too. Oh, that was very close to beating and winning the championship right now. Xavier Woods taking his sweet time taunting at Joe Gacy. I don't think he's. Oh, I was about to say, I don't think he saw Dexter Lumis falling towards Joe Gacy. But right now he gets locked into the silence. This could be enough. But here comes Kofi. Kofi breaking up the submission. Now he's fighting off against Dexter. And a big chop. And now Dexter Lumis finally makes the hot tag. Joe Gacy, the legal competitor. And now Gacy locking in the resolution. Look at the tap out. Xavier Woods. But Woods still has resiliency. And guess Joe Gacy realized that he wasn't going to tap out to it. And now these two on the outside. Dexter Lumis puts a stop to the assault from Woods. And a big spinning clothesline from Joe Gacy. Almost knocking the lights out of him. But now Gacy bringing this action back inside now. As he goes for the cover here. Could be enough. 1, 2, 3. It is enough. That clothesline must have really put a lot of damage on Woods. As that was allowed this match to end with the Wyatt Sicks defending the World Tag Team Championships. Now what a showcase it was from both teams. The New Day were pulling out all stops, pulling out a whole bunch of tag team maneuvers to try and win this matchup. I mean, look at this big belly-to-belly suplex from Woods. I say most tag team offense came from the New Day. And look at this diving elbow off the middle. But in the end, it didn't matter. I mean, look at this honor roll by Woods. Catches Dexter Lumis. And it still wasn't enough to beat the Wyatt Sicks. And trust me, the New Day did everything they could. Honor roll, the SOS, the Trouble in Paradise. Yet it still was not enough to stop the Wyatt Sicks. And this is where I thought it was really going to be in this matchup. That was a very close 2 count. But the discus lariat on the outside caused this match to end. And now the Wyatt Sicks are still the World Tag Team Champions. But they're still not finished. Nikki Cross will be defending her championship, the Women's World Championship, in the main event of Part 1 of Night 2 SummerSlam. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special matchup that was just that was announced earlier before the show could even start. Diamond Dallas Page, he said he wanted a fight at SummerSlam. And he chose Karrion Kross to be his opponent. So this is a very, very big matchup. It's also about a month since the last general manager of a WWE show competed in a matchup. That first general manager was the SmackDown general manager, Alundra Blaze, where she had her matchup against a debuting Julia at Dragon's Rise. And then at NXT, the Great American Bash this past Tuesday, Scott Steiner, the NXT general manager, had a match against his own nephew, Braun Breaker. But now, speaking of NXT, right now you have the new NXT Tag Team Champions, AOP. But it's Karrion Kross who's the focus since he's the one taking on the Raw General Manager, DDP Diamond Dallas Page. Now this could be a very big win for the Final Testament if Karrion Kross picks up a win at SummerSlam over his own general manager. Now let's get this special matchup started. Now DDP, we haven't seen Diamond Dallas Page wrestle in a long time. Some people question if he still has it, but if you know about DDP yoga, you know, he constantly keeps himself in shape. But I think there might be a little bit of a difference between yoga and professional wrestling. But if anybody can figure out the similarities, then it's gonna be DDP, as he's fighting here against Karrion Kross of the Final Testament. Now, Diamond Dallas Page looking for something here. Big, crossbody off of the vault. He's still showing that he can still go in the ring here. Maybe we might see a diamond cutter sometime around this matchup. But right now, these two brawling on the outside as DDP targeting the hamstring of Karrion Kross. Now we got ourselves a count of 3. I would prefer this special matchup doesn't end in count out. I would like a decisive winner. I don't even know. Oh, the count is 7. Oh yeah, y'all definitely gonna get back in the ring. And that's what Page is doing right now. As he climbs top rope, looking to go flying elbow drop, and nobody was home. Kross moves out the way, and now he capitalizes it with the roll up here. 1 off of the small package, only a 1. And Kross trying to take back advantage in this matchup, but DDP keeps fighting back. And now he's climbing to the top rope once more. Connects with an elbow drop. And now look at Scarlett. And now look at Akam. All of AOP and the Final Testament trying to get into the head and distract DDP. But I don't think it's going to work. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, trying to go for something but gets caught with an elbow. But DDP still fighting. Multiple strikes in the elbow to the head. It's going to be good. But he gets countered. Karrion Kross was lucky enough to counter. I think it was going to be a power bomb or a power driver. Something. And now, oh Jesus. Landing DDP on the back of his neck. But he's not finished. He's looking for the cross hammer. Boom, he connects. And now he's not finished. One more move to put this match away. The final prayer. Slams him down face first. This could be enough. 1, 2, 3, and no. DDP kicks out just before the count of 3. I know that made Karrion Kross a little bit angry, considering that was one of his best moves. Yeah, it was still not enough, but wait a second. What the? British Bulldog? He's not here. What the hell is happening? Why is this playing? Whatever it is, DDP catches him with the diamond cutter into the cover. Referee took too long. 1. Oh my Jesus, the referee took so long getting in position. I guess she was also distracted from the British Bulldog entrance playing. Who decided to play that? But that did give DDP a little bit of an advantage. But I don't think it's working right now, as Karrion Kross is slowly demolishing this man, trying to break apart almost every one of his limbs. And right now, rolling to the... Oh my Jesus! Wait! People... Scarlett just got kicked out. I mean, I'm pretty sure she deserved it for assaulting DDP. And she just got ejected from ringside. And that's definitely going to help DDP here. Less people distracting him as he climbs up to the top rope. And a big splash plants him into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out from Cross. And now DDP trying to build a comeback. Multiple clotheslines. And he's feeling fired up here. And a big clothesline in the corner. With Scarlett ejected from ringside. DDP now looking for the final blow. He's looking for the world famous Diamond Cutter into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Diamond Dallas Page picks up a big victory. What a match that was. When it just seemed like Diamond Dallas Page was in control, Karrion Kross finds a way to get back into the swing of things. I mean, look at this crosshammer to the back of the neck. Boom! Connects. Almost knocking him out. And then the final prayer, which I thought was going to be the final move of the match. But it was only a 2 count. And then for some reason, the British Bulldogs entrance stuff was playing, which allowed Diamond Dallas Page to connect with the Diamond Cutter. And I really thought it was going to be it, but it was only a 1 count. But after Scarlett got ejected, that's when DDP locked in. And he was able to put away Karrion Kross in a stylish manner. And the one final move, the Diamond Cutter. The move that won DDP multiple wins in his career. He picks up the win. And what a way to end this matchup. DDP catching a big W as we go on to our next match. I know Karrion Kross is definitely feeling slighted and angered over what just happened in the middle of that matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our third match of SummerSlam Night 2. And we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line here. Blair Davenport looking to get the Intercontinental Championship back after losing it at Dragon's Rise to Natalya. And now the rematch is set here, folks. But Blair Davenport, she is making it clear she is willing to do whatever it takes to get that championship back. And you saw what she's done before. Assaulting Natalya. She's proven to be quite brutal. But let's see if Natalia, the low-key legend, is able to retain the title here tonight. And now here comes the champion. Natalia must be very proud to hold the Intercontinental Championship, adding to her family's lineage of the IC title. But right now, she is in her first title defense with it, going up against the former champion. And you know, Uncle Brett is definitely watching from the fans area in the crowd. You can't see him, but we heard he's here watching the show. Remember, folks, in Women's Intercontinental Championship, we already saw the Men's Intercontinental Championship change hands from Carmelo Hayes to AJ Styles. Can Blair Davenport do the same thing AJ did? Or will Natalia retain the title and keep it away from the scourge of WWE, Blair Davenport? This should be a good match. This is the second to last matchup for part 1 of Night 2 SummerSlam. In our next match, it's for the Women's World Championship between Charlotte Flair and Nikki Cross. So here we go, folks. We're about to kick this match off right now. Blair Davenport and Natalia. And now coming down, locking the horns right in the middle of the ring. This is all about who's better, who's a masterclass champion, who's the best in the ring. As Natalia locking up Blair Davenport. Wrist lock applied. Davenport trying to figure out a way. I don't think she can. She gets hit with an arm drag. And now another lockup. Natalia forcing her into these lockups. But gets driven, shoved off. And now a third lockup. And now this time Blair capitalizes with a side headlock. But Natalia pushes her off. And oh my Jesus. Sends her flying over the top rope. And with a big shoulder tackle sends her crashing onto the floor below. I don't think Blair was prepared for this type of offense. And now a German suplex landing Blair Davenport high on her neck. Natalia is showing a lot of aggression here against Blair Davenport. I mean, Blair Davenport has been cursing her family's name. Now she's looking to prove it was all for naught. Prove that her family is still safe as they reach a count of 5 before entering back in. Davenport taking control. Oh, soccer ball kick right to the spine. And now multiple kicks right to the face. Davenport just stomping away. And now slamming Natalia's face into the mat. Uh-oh. Oh, stomping on the hand of Natalia. Davenport is just nasty. And she's still not finished. Uh-oh. Looking for the time's up. Double stomp to the back of the neck. And into the cover she goes. 1, 2, and a kick out. That was very, very close for Natalia. but she's still finding a way to fight back. Multiple chops and a strike to the back. Natalya, the veteran in WWE, has seen about almost every change in the women's division that WWE has had. And she's still going strong here, folks. And now, try to go for a diving forearm smash. But he catches nothing but the floor mat. And now Davenport, elbow drop, but catches nothing as Natalya moves out the way, locks in an abdominal stretch. But you see, Blair Davenport was able to escape it with a hip toss. And now she's fighting here, lifting her up, but Natalya moves out the back end. Tries to go for something there, but gets caught with a chop block. But she's still fighting. Still throwing everything she has. Big side Russian leg sweep, but she's not finished. Multiple punches to the face. And now what's Natalya looking for here? Getting the running start and a drop kick right to the chest. Natalya can showing Blair Davenport she's not someone that to someone to underestimate. She could be just as nasty as Blair Davenport is. And she's proving it right here, right now. But Davenport looking for something here to get shoved off from Natalya. And now this gets lariat, but gets ducked by Blair Davenport. That could have been almost a game ender. But right now, Davenport got Natalya top rope. Oh no, this is not going to be good for both competitors. Especially Natalya with the Falcon Arrow right off of the top. And now into the cover. 2, 3, and no. Somehow, Natalya finds a way to kick out. Oh, but she's might be in trouble here. B trigger. No, Natalya with the counter. And she's fighting back here. That was very close. And Falcon Arrow off of the top rope. And now Natalya locking in the sharp shooter. Trying to tap out Blair Davenport. But Blair stays surviving. And Natalya knows that she realizes she has to come up with something else. And now running the ropes. Ooh, neck breaker. And now what's this? Michin? What's Michin doing out here? And Natalya taking notice of Michin. And she doesn't realize Blair Davenport is coming behind her. And she catches her. Whatever Michin is doing here almost paid off for Blair Davenport. But Natalya, she's a veteran. She must have seen it coming. And she locks in another Russian leg sweep on Davenport. And now she's looking to put this match away. Another sharp shooter applied, and it is. Look at that, tap out the challenger. But Blair Davenport must have grabbed the ropes. Referee called for the rope break. And now Natalya taken to the skies. She's looking to risk everything to beat Davenport. The big clothesline connects into the cover. It could be enough. 1, 2, 3, and it is. Natalya retains the title. Natalya is still the Intercontinental Champion. And oh my, that she had to work for that one. Blair Davenport was giving her the work. Always finding a way to fight back. I mean, look at this. Look at this. The avalanche. Falcon Arrow off of the top was almost enough to pin and regain the championship. But Natalya always finding a way to fight and power through. Even with Michin generally distracting Natalia. I don't know what that was about. I'm pretty sure Natalia's going to have a lot to say to Michin. But right now, she gets to celebrate holding the Women's Intercontinental Championship. It's now time for the main event of SummerSlam Night 2, Part 1. Women's World Championship. Who is walking out of Cleveland with the title? And congratulations are in order for a successful first title defense for Natalia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of Part 1 of SummerSlam Night 2. We have the Women's World Championship. We have Charlotte Flair, the challenger, and Nikki Cross, the champion. How this match came to be? Let's go back a month in the past. The women's only premium live event of Dragon's Rise. There is a battle royal to determine who will be the number one contender, the challenger for SummerSlam here this weekend, and it was won by the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And now she is looking at Nikki Cross. Now, Nikki and Charlotte has had a history, especially at SummerSlam, in which it was Charlotte who beat Nikki Cross in a triple threat to regain the Raw Women's Championship. But right now, Nikki Cross is very, very different from the last time Charlotte had a match with Nikki Cross. She's no longer almost a superhero. She's more Abby the Witch type. As in, she draws on the persona of Abby the Witch. And Abby the Witch is all about the Wyatt family, especially Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy. But earlier, we saw this earlier in the night. I think it was the first match. It was the World Tag Team Championship match between the Wyatt Sicks and the New Day, in which the Wyatt Sicks were capable of retaining the tag team titles. Now, can Nikki Cross do the same here tonight against Charlotte Flair? I mean, this is a different version of Nikki. One who feels all the pain before. Maybe that could be the edge which allows Nikki Cross to win and retain the title. This should be a good way to close out Part 1 of Night 2. So let's get right to it, folks. Women's World Championship. Nikki Cross, the champion, defending against Charlotte Flair, the challenger. Nikki won the title at Clash at the Castle against Bayley, who's one of the 4 horsewomen. And now she's looking to take down another 4 horsewomen to defend the Women's World Championship in Charlotte. This is Nikki's second title defense with the title. And she wants to make her reign last long. But the Queen has a lot of other ideas for this matchup. She's looking to completely punish her and show her that no matter what, she's still that same weak Nikki Cross she fought before. This should be a pretty good matchup. And here we go, coming out the gate hot. Both superstars, but Charlotte was the first in the draw. Now look at this big knee drop right across the forehead. And Nikki is in deep trouble here. Charlotte already automatically looking for the end of this matchup. But Nikki Cross fights out of it and delivers a knee to the jaw. And now goes flying springboard moonsault right to the spine. Nikki checking out everything in her playbook to try and beat Charlotte Flair to retain the title. Charlotte, a multi-time women's champion, compared to Nikki Cross. This is her second women's championship reign. The first time it only lasted a month. But right now she's looking to make it last even longer than that. I mean, we're already there 2 months. Oh, try to go for something there. But Nikki Cross was able to roll out the ring and fire back here as she goes for the cover. 1. Ooh, almost a 2 count. What does Nikki have to do to try to make sure Charlotte doesn't try to play any games? Because I know that's what Charlotte likes to do. Get into the head of her opponent, make them feel inferior. But how can Nikki find a way to counter that? Oh, kick right to the midsection. I guess she's just letting her anger out on Charlotte. And now Charlotte back to her feet. And now we have a lockup here. A lockup already? Wow. And now Charlotte from behind with the waist lock. Nikki Cross struggling, but she finds a way to escape it into a grounded headlock here. Charlotte, the more technical performer out of these two. But Nikki Cross is not afraid to do whatever it takes to win the championship. And now back to a standing headlock. Charlotte, oh, turns it into a top wrist lock here. And now Nikki turns it around to a hammerlock. Looking to wear down Charlotte Flair, but Charlotte escapes it into an arm lock here, an arm bar here. And a deep wrench. Charlotte Flair, so nasty with it. But Nikki trying to fight, but gets caught and taken down. And now Charlotte, powerbomb position. And face first with the alley-oop bomb. And into the cover goes Charlotte here. 1. Oh, only a 1. It's going to take a lot more than that to beat Nikki Cross for the Women's World Championship. And now she's fighting back here. A big drop kick sends her down. Now flying to the outside, but Nikki, oh my Jesus! Trying to go for a suicide dive, but Charlotte moves out the way at the last second. But once more, Nikki Cross taking control back into this matchup. Uh-oh, this isn't good. Samoan driver plants her. But she instantly gets back up. That's just how resilient Charlotte truly is. As we reach, I think it's count of 5. Yeah, 5. Close to a count out here. And this is the main event of part 1 of night 2. I prefer no countouts at this stage. Down to 7 as Nikki tries to bring the action back inside. But Charlotte comes back in behind her. Oh wait, hang on a second. School into the cover. 1 and no kick out. try to take a sneaky in there. And Nikki Cross looking for the end. Fisherman neckbreaker into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and no. Charlotte Flair is used to taking as much punishment as she could and finding a way to fight out. It's going to take a lot more than that to beat Charlotte Flair here. Oh, that's not good. Big fallaway slam. But Nikki fires back with a kick. And face first, and I think there's blood on the face of Charlotte off of that face smash into the mat. Nikki Cross calling for something big here. Lighting her up. And a big jawbreaker. Charlotte Flair looking for her second win here. She's been taking most control of this matchup. But right now she goes top rope. Moonsault doesn't get it, but she follows through with the second one. And now Charlotte looking to put this match away. Try to go for the figure eight, but Nikki Cross able to escape it, able to counter it, but gets caught with a backbreaker. And now Charlotte Flair once more climbing to the top rope. And you see the blood on the face of Charlotte. A big double axe handle connects. And now once more, back on the outside. Oh my Jesus. Clothesline right to the back of the head. And Charlotte Flair once again showing how the Queen truly runs WWE and truly runs Monday Night Raw. And now trying to send this action back inside the ring, but catches her with a side watching leg sweep. What's the count here? Oh, count 6. Need to quickly get things back inside the ring if Charlotte wants to win the Women's World Championship. And they're doing just like that. And now look at this, another springboard moonsault from Nikki. And now this time she goes to the middle rope, calling for something big here. Decides to go against it and changes it into the fisherman neckbreaker. She connects with it into the cover. It could be enough. 1, 2, 3, and Nikki Cross walks out of Cleveland with the Women's World Championship. What a match from start to finish. This is just hard hitting in so many ways. But Nikki Cross, it felt like she always had an edge for how much damage and pain she can withstand just to keep fighting. I mean, look at this. The first fisherman neckbreaker I really thought was going to be the end of this matchup. But Charlotte Flair, ever so resilient, finds a way. I suppose I think she tried to go for the figure eight, but got countered. I mean, look at this. Standing moves from diving moonsault to a standing moonsault. And now look at this springboard moonsault right to the spine. But here's the final blow. The fisherman neckbreaker. Slamming Charlotte down. And a 1, 2, 3 to follow. And that is going to be the main event of Night 2, Part 2 SummerSlam. No, Part 1 SummerSlam. The next time we'll see you is the final 3 matches. The Men's Carnival match. The WWE Undisputed Championship match. And the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship match. Congratulations, Nikki Cross, on your successful defense of the title. Let's see what she has in store now.